Hi everyone. Excuse me. It's been a while since I've posted anything to the YouTube channel here, but I don't know. It's like sometimes I'm just like, who wants to hear me talk about whatever? So I figured today is Sunday and it's a nice day just to open up, share some of my thoughts. For those of you who are maybe newer to this channel and haven't seen any of my videos, I kind of talk about a lot of weird and random things. Not weird, but maybe they are. Um, just random things. Hence the name Coffee Break, because my thoughts on the name of a channel, and I know there's a cajillion coffee breaks out there, but the reason I called it that is because what do you do when you're on a break at work or when you're just taking a break in your day and maybe you're talking on the phone or person to person and you just talk about what you're doing, what your family's doing, what so and so is doing. Did you hear about this? Did you hear about that? So, hence the name, okay, of the channel. And I'm Roxanne, and this is Coffee with Roxy. Now, I've already had my coffee this morning, and I was just outside. So, I wanted to share with you my thoughts on what I am doing. And it's not an overnight thing, it's a step by step planning, strategizing how to do this and how to do it right and learn as much as I can before the final, which I don't think there will ever be a final with this. So, and I'm talking about a food forest. So, I am in Florida, and a lot of different plants grow here. The summers are a little harsh. This time of year, we're in a drought, so the water bill is going up, up, up because I have to water everything. I'm not complaining. I'm just, you know, making a statement. Um, so the more into this that I get, eventually I will show you my garden and the plants that I have growing here. So one moment, I'll be right back. All right, thanks everyone. I had to get some water. Anyway, so back to the food forest. I'm really excited to do this and to take this project on because I love to see how the plants are growing and how they're doing. And, with me tending to them, watering them, feeding them, I have a pretty nice, I think, well rounded fertilizer for mostly citrusy type fruits, but also fruit bearing trees. So it's great for avocados, which I have. And I only have the one tree. I had had several, but they didn't make it. And but this one, I hope she does really well. And I say she because I think it's a female, but how would I know? You know, I don't know. Um, because she is a fruit bearer. That's why, right? And you know that women, we bear fruit, and that's the babies. Okay. And they're sweet and cute. And then they turn two, and then they turn into a teenager, and then look out. That's a different topic. Um, But back to the trees. So I have several different trees that I've planted, and I need, I mean, I say I need, I would like more. Um, I have this frog in my throat, you guys, and I'll be right back again. Sorry. Yeesh. Okay, somebody doesn't want me to say anything to you guys. Okay, food forest plants that I already have include avocado. I have, I have to count on my fingers. I have one avocado. I have, I think, 3 or 4 moringa trees. Moringa, you guys have heard of moringa. It's got one of the highest nutritional contents for any just tree. And you can eat the leaves. You can take the leaf off the branch. They're very lacy and kind of just dainty, and but they have a nutty flavor, and it's actually pretty good. You can eat it raw off the tree. You can dry it out and blend it up and make a powder from it. I know that there are other, companies out there that do that provide a moringa powder that you can add to your smoothies or your protein drinks. But this is fresh off the tree, so why not? If you can, if you're in an area where you can plant a small tree, even in a pot on a patio, you would benefit, I think, from this. And plus, it's fun to see how it's growing. And in my front yard, I have all these little flowering bushes. It's actually a weed. It's called porterweed. And the flowers are this real pretty violet purple, bluish violet purple. And I've seen the bees collect the nectar from it. And I've even seen hummingbirds come and drink from them. And that was really pretty amazing because where I'm at, you don't see too many hummingbirds. And I think they migrate. If somebody can put in the chat, hummingbirds, I think they migrate like a lot of birds do up north down to the south. And anyways, they are so tiny. I mean, they're like maybe that big. What is that? Like an inch big? I mean, they're little guys. Okay. And they move so fast. But anyways, if you catch them just in the right light, and they're early morning, I've seen them like between 6 and 7 a.m. I've seen them out in the front yard drinking the nectar from these little flowering bushes. And it's really peaceful. And, if you're into that, nature, then you would love it, right? The other thing I have growing, I actually have sweet potatoes, but they're in a large, they're actually in 2 large containers. And why they're in containers is because they spread like crazy. And like one sweet potato plant could probably take over a good portion of my backyard. And I would have to really know where to put them. And right now, I don't know where I'd put them in my backyard. That's why they're in the pots still. And which I've honestly, because they're in a different part of the yard, I've neglected them, but they're still thriving. They're still going. So I've watched a lot of different gardeners on their YouTube channels and things that they have, primarily here in Florida. And a lot of people do have sweet potatoes because that's almost like a everlasting nonstop crop, and you can eat the leaves too and the flowers, which they have a really pretty flower that blooms. And the leaves are good too. And again, I say in a salad or in a stir fry, you can utilize the entire plant. So sweet potato, I already told you about moringa. I have carambola, which is, you've heard of star fruit. So when you slice it, it looks like a little star. Yeah, so that's still young, and I hope it survives through our winter here in Southwest Florida. It does get cool at night, and on some instances, it's been down as low as in the 20s and 30s, and it's actually snowed here before. I think a couple of years ago, it was snowing in northern Florida, and like they got significant snowfall up there. Was that last year or the year before? Anyways, hopefully it doesn't snow because my trees, I don't think they would survive. If they do, it would be a miracle. And of course, I have bananas. I have a couple different kinds of bananas. I have the large bananas that you see at the grocery store, and then I have small little ones. I think they're, what are they called? Sunday, Sweet Sunday or something. I don't remember the name. But the little finger bananas, those are good. And then eventually I would like, these are the things, my wish list, and I'm not asking anybody to get them for me except for me. So I would love cacao. Cacao, as you know, is the food of the gods. It's also what makes chocolate. And the cacao grows these large pods and just on the stalk of the tree. And I think there's a way to tell when they're ripe to pluck them or to cut them off of the tree. And in fact, there's a gentleman on YouTube who talks about cacao a lot. So I'll find his link and I'll put it. I guess I'd put it in the chat to follow him, but he's really good. And I bought his book. His book is called Grow Your Own Chocolate, and it's by Jason Pepe. I don't get anything, from this by sharing this, but he is quick to respond if you have questions, and he was helpful with me. So I appreciate you if you're listening. Jason, thank you. Thanks for your help. I don't have the cacaos yet. I'm waiting, I think, until I want to get through the cold season first, and then I'll start buying my plants again. But cacao, so that's my top one that I want. They're not cheap, and I've ordered them actually online through a vendor, and they're about $100, at least through that place. I don't know. I haven't really looked anywhere else because I was happy with what I got from this nursery. And but I know I spent a lot of money on plants. And something else that is really interesting to me, and maybe it is with you too, but microgreens. Like, how cool would that be just to like have your own microgreens and just seed trays and an indoor light for the plants, and when they get about 2 or 3 inches tall, you just snip them and you can eat them. Basically, it's the little baby seedlings that are sprouting up, and you can grow a variety of different things: broccoli, kale, spinach, a mixture, and you just snip the little stems and eat them. So there's plenty of videos out there on all of what I'm talking about, but these are things that I like, and there's a lot more than that, but that's all I'm gonna share for now. And as things progress forward and I start buying my plants again, then I will be more than happy to show you some things that I'm growing and making happen. But right now, that's pretty much it. Avocados, moringas. Oh, I forgot to tell you, I have an established mulberry tree that I planted about 14, 15 years ago. So it's pretty good size. And in the springtime, it's loaded with mulberries. Every year is a little bit different. Some there are more, and other years there are less. So, and the birds get the ones that are way up high that I can't get to because it is a pretty tall tree. And but it's fun. You go out there. It's like when you're a little kid and you're looking for the Easter egg, and then you see that pink egg or that blue egg, like like vibrating out of the bushes right at you. And you're like, oh, so, and you run over to grab it. Well, the same sort of excitement when you're picking the mulberries. You're looking around and you're moving the leaves, and there all of a sudden there's like this big purple mulberry, and it's ready to eat. And you're like, ah! and it's so silly, but it's fun. So if you can grow a mulberry tree and then go out in the springtime, February, March, April, um, more March and April is when you'd pick them, and your fingers are purple. If you know, hopefully you're not a messy eater and smash them all in your face because your face will be purple too around your mouth. Um, but it's just it's fun. And it's those little things, right, that make you smile and laugh. And I always say, if I can't laugh at myself, who am I going to laugh at? You? I don't know. I don't know you. So I know me. Um, but that's one thing that I'm working on is my food forest, and hopefully it will flourish and show abundance and provide me with a lot of fun and exciting moments that I can share with you guys. So thanks for listening to me. And the next time I'll pull a card and we'll do that. All right. So have a great day, everybody. Talk with you soon. Thanks. Bye.